Hello and welcome back to another episode of our Mercedes Sprinter Camper Conversion. Thank you for all those who have tuned in. Thank you to all of those people that have already subscribed. Remember, if you haven't already done so, to hit that subscribe button. Today we're going to be fitting the bed to the van. This is something we've been looking forward to for a long time, as it means we've started the interior of the van. Up until now we've been doing all the prep work. It's not really started to look like a camper, but today hopefully it will. We've gone to fit the bed widthways across the van. We were contemplating putting it lengthways, but we felt that we lost too much space inside the van. Charlotte and I aren't particularly tall, so having it widthways should be perfect for what we need. So let's go and get on with that. So this is the wood that we've gone for the major structural part of the bed. 47 by 75 mil kiln dried sawn softwood. Quite a thick piece of wood, but obviously you want it to be structurally sound. It's also not particularly heavy. It is going to add a little bit of weight to the van, but obviously this is quite a key structural component, so we want it to be sturdy and strong. We're going to be riv nutting this into the side of the van, so we'll be drilling holes through this, then putting some riv nuts in and then bolting it onto the side of the van. We're also going to have a couple of down legs. We don't want any down legs in the middle. We just want it to be self-supporting, and then try and keep any legs to the side of the van just so we've got enough space in the garage. So we're now going to drill the pieces of wood that we're going to attach to the side of the van. What we're going to use is we're going to first of all use a 25mm spade bit just to give us a countersink on the bolt, just so we don't have any bolts sticking above. We're going to put 2 on each side of this piece of wood, so let's go down and do that. So you don't have to go down too deep, just enough, just so that when the bolt sits down in with a washer on, obviously you just want the bolt head just to be sunk so it's flush against the piece of wood. And we'll do another one just here. Okay. And then we're using M8 bolts, which are these ones just here. So what we'll do is we'll swap it out for a 10mm spade bit. And then we'll put that into the centre of this hole. All the way through on both holes. And then what we can do is we can get a bolt with a washer on it. Sits down, and they're going to sit in nice and flush in there. We'll just rub a piece of sandpaper around just to get rid of any burrs, but then that sits nice and flush, so it looks a nice and neat job. The piece of wood back in the van, and as you can see we've got the 2 holes on here, so we're just going to now use a drill bit just to mark in where we need to drill our holes. Just put 2 marks in like that on that side. And the same that side. And then we can take this piece of wood back out. Cool. So now we're going to use this riv nut gun, Sealy riv nut gun. We'll leave a link in the description below where we bought this from, and some M8 riv nuts. What these do is these will go into the holes that we've just drilled into the van. They'll go in with the riv nut gun. It then pulls this up and crunches up, and then it gives you a nice strong connection in there. So these are threaded down inside, so you can screw a bolt into them. It's effectively like a nut that you're just adding into the side of the van, so you can screw in there and you get a nice strong connection, better than self-tapping screws or any other bolts you can get. Okay. So we've now attached all the pieces of wood into the van. As you can see, nice countersunk bolts in there. We've also, on the side ones, routed an edge with a router just in there, and this is where our cross pieces are going to be for the slats We're going to sit those in here, and then we've got there's one of the slats sat across there like that. We're going to have those going all the way across. Got our central beam here. We do have one more leg just to put on that side, just to give it a bit of extra support. But these side pieces are bolted nice and tight into the side of the van. And, it's not going to be going anywhere. Really sturdy. And then once the mattress is on top and the load's spread, it's looking really good. So we've just cut these cross pieces just with a chop saw, and then we're going to screw them down into the pieces of wood. For the end piece just here, we've screwed from the bottom, and then we've just used some braces to go on the end here. We are going to put some 90-degree brackets just on this corner, just to give it a bit of extra support. But it is, like I said, it's going to have that central pillar in the middle here to give it that extra support. And then we've got the cross pieces going across. So a little bit of a close-up of the routed edge that we've done. So this is where the cross members are going to be sitting. We're going to screw those down in. So yeah, we're going to be facing all of this with ply anyway. So behind here in the garage area is where all the electrics are going to be sitting. So they're going to screw all the back onto the back of a piece of ply. So you're not going to see any of these edges here. So we'll be able to keep them nice and tidy. Also going to have a lip just a little bit higher just to stop the mattress from falling off. We'll be doing that at a later date, and we'll give you an update on when we've done that. So our bed is now fully finished. As you can see, we've put the down piece just on that side, just to give it that extra support. It's just connected in with two metal L brackets on there, and then all of the struts are now screwed in as well. So they're all screwed in, giving us a nice bed frame. Next thing we need to do is to buy some memory foam just to go on the top. We're also going to then face this side with some ply, just so that it gives us a bit more height just up here, just so that the mattress doesn't slide out. So we're going to have a piece of plywood on this piece here, going up on the front here, and also on the other side as well. So this is how the leisure batteries are going to sit. There's going to be a piece of ply in between them and the main cab of the van. And then all the electrics there and all the wiring and everything is going to go on the back of that piece of ply. All our charge controller, all of the chargers, all of the electrical bits that we need. So it's easily accessible from inside the garage. Also again, going to have some LED lighting strip running along the side of these pieces of wood, so that we've got some nice lighting in the garage as well. But we'll show you that in a later video. So that's it for another episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. Remember, if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button down at the bottom, give us a thumbs up, and also, as always, we'd love to hear your comments, so leave us a comment in the bottom. Remember, we publish a video every Sunday, so check back in next Sunday for our next instalment. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.
Everything that we've been through has made us strong. You won't believe